Hello everyone, welcome to EHAF Indonesia 2020 Goes Online. My name is Harris and I will be the moderator for this webinar. This webinar is going to be presented by Mrs. Attila and Mrs. Hannah from Radboud University. Please stay tuned until the end of this webinar because we will have a question and answer session. If you have any questions about the presentations or anything related to the country's higher education, you can submit your questions in YouTube's comment section anytime throughout the presentations. And now, without any further ado, please welcome the representative from Radboud University.
Thank you. I will start sharing my screen. I hope it all works. Hello, everybody.
Yeah.
Welcome to this presentation. My name is Hannah Sabo, and I work for Radboud University as an international marketing and recruitment officer. And we have Attila here as well. Can you introduce yourself briefly?
Hi everyone. Sorry. Hi everyone. My name is Attila from Radboud Indonesia. Yeah, I will introduce myself later, maybe after you have done with your slides, Hannah.
Yeah. All right. So let's dive in. Welcome to Radboud University. Our university is located in the Netherlands. You probably have heard about this country already. But the Netherlands, of course, is in Europe, in the western part of Europe, bordering Germany and Belgium. So it is really central. And our university is in the city of Nijmegen. As you can see on this slide in this little map, Nijmegen is a city kind of in the eastern central part of the Netherlands, very, very close to the German border. Why should you consider the Netherlands as your study destination? Well, the Netherlands has excellent education and research. We are really among the top universities in the world. And we have great entrepreneurial pioneers. You may have heard of companies such as Philips or Heineken. These are Dutch companies that went global. But also, the Netherlands is a really multicultural and open society with a lot of different nationalities and a lot of different kinds of people living all together. Myself, I'm also not Dutch. I'm from Hungary, and I've been living in the Netherlands for a number of years. And also, for your education, it has a great value for your money, especially compared to programs in the US or in the UK. Dutch higher education is much more affordable. And there's even more. You may know this already, but there are a lot of bikes in the Netherlands. There are more bikes actually than people, and since it's a really flat country, we go everywhere on our bikes. It is a really happy and healthy society in all kinds of rankings. The Dutch society ranks as very high in, when it comes to happiness and health. And generally speaking, it's a great English proficiency, not only in the universities, but everywhere you go. Recently, there was a research, and the Dutch speak the best English as a second language in the world. So it is not necessary to learn Dutch to get by here. And then let's dive in more to the city of Nijmegen. You can see already on this picture that it's a beautiful city along the water. And why should you consider coming here? Where it is one of those really typical lively student towns, when really there are more than 20,000 students in this city. And it has a lot of green spaces. So it is really a beautiful environment. It has also a very rich cultural life. As you can imagine, with all these students living here, there's really a lot to do in the city. Good cafes to go for a drink and places to go eat out. And because of its location, it's also an excellent hub for exploring both the Netherlands. It's 1.5 hours away, the train from Amsterdam, but also the rest of Europe, because Germany is really around the corner, and it's very close to different airports as well. And of course, it is super easy to get around by bicycle. So, for example, from the middle of town to the campus of Radboud University is a 15-minute bike ride. So more about our university. Radboud University has modern facilities, as you can also see in this picture. It's modern buildings with different multimedia centers, very great IT facilities, and high-tech laboratories. We also have an amazing sports center, for example. But it is also a really green campus, not only in its way that the landscape with grass and paths and trees everywhere, so you can study outside in nature. It is also really big, and we are also very green because of our ambition to become a 100% sustainable campus. So we also put a lot of emphasis on having a sustainable environment at our university. Of course, Radboud University is a really international community. There are different international student organizations on our campus, and also 100 different nationalities. I think around 11% of our student body is international, and 25% of the teaching and staff is international. When it comes to our teaching, we really value personal approach. So we really want you to have a good quality teaching by having a connection and personal contact during your classes. So your teachers will know you by name, and they are really easy to approach if you have any questions to them about study materials or internship possibilities or research possibilities, for example. We are also a research university in the Netherlands. All of our teachers are researchers, and we do a lot of interdisciplinary research. In different fields and how these fields are connected. And the research is also integrated with the teaching that we offer. So your study program will also have a lot of focus on methods and statistics and research opportunities. We have some really famous research centers, such as the Donders Institution, which is for cognitive and behavioral research. So let's look at the different programs that we offer. We offer 14 different fully English taught bachelor's programs at Radboud University. You can see on this slide the different areas that we have. These are all 3-year long, fully English taught full-time programs starting in September. And as you can see, we really offer it in a variety of fields. So from humanities like comparative European history or English language and culture or American studies, to also science subjects such as biology, chemistry, or molecular life sciences, and also in the field of behavioral sciences such as artificial intelligence or psychology. And also in business and economics, for example. So there's really a lot of variety from you to choose from. You can look at our websites, ru.nl/bachelors, to find out more information about these programs. For our admissions for bachelor's programs, you can see only on this slide what we are looking for. And if you're not from an SMA school or not a top school, then you also need 1 year of university in a relevant field to be admissible for our bachelor's programs. But generally speaking, all diplomas to all programs are assessed individually. So if you would ask now, oh, can I get into biology? I cannot tell you that, because we are looking at your grades and your motivation to really see if you would be a good fit for a program. We also need a proof of language proficiency, as all of our programs are fully English taught. We accept IELTS, TOEFL, and Cambridge certificates. And specific courses in your secondary school education may be required depending on the program. So for example, for science, we usually require math and science subjects, so biology, physics, chemistry. But for economics or business administration, you would have to have mathematics. Let's look at the master's programs. On master's level, we offer 35 different master's programs fully English taught. These are 1 year or 2 year programs, and they can start in September or February. And all these different programs also have a number of specializations. So for example, if you would study political science, there are 5 different specializations you can choose from. So actually, it's even more programs than you can see on the slide. And we offer programs in all kinds of different fields, including computer science, medical sciences, or law, for example. You can check out our website, ru.nl/masters, for more information about the different master's programs that we offer. For admission for master's programs, very generally speaking, you need a bachelor's diploma, and you have to meet the English language requirements, but there are always program-specific requirements. So again, your diploma and your educational background is assessed on an individual basis. And then based on the courses that you have followed during your bachelor's program, we will look at your admissibility to the programs. In case you already have a bachelor's diploma and you want to study with us, but you're not directly admissible to our master's program, so for example, you missed some credits in methods and statistics, we offer pre-master's programs. These pre-master's programs prepare you for the master's. These are individually designed. So we look at what kind of courses you still need to be able to follow the master's program, and then you follow those courses. They take a year, but you might not study full time. You still need a diploma in a relevant field, but it's more about focusing on certain aspects of the study program where you need a bit more knowledge to enroll into the master's programs. You can check out the website again for more information on the masters, on the pre-masters, ru.nl/pre-masters. So for the application procedure, in the Netherlands, we have 2 parts to an application. The first part is a centralized part. This is what you see on the slide, StudyLink, www.studylink.nl. This is where you register first and you start your application. And then when you start your application, you will get login details to another platform called Osiris. And Osiris, you actually upload your documents to the university. So we can look at your profile and let you know the next steps regarding your application. Our deadlines. We have certain bachelor's programs that are selective. These are artificial intelligence, psychology, and biology. So for these programs, the deadlines are the 15th of January. Selective programs mean that you will have to take some sort of a test to be eligible to enroll in these programs. If you would like to apply for a scholarship, then the deadline is the 1st of March. And if you do not want to apply for a scholarship, for non-EU students, the deadline is the 1st of April. Let's talk about finances a bit. The tuition fees for bachelor students, for non-EU students, it varies between 11,500 euros and 14,500 euros. And for the science and medical sciences, it is 14,500 euros for non-EU students. You can go to our website to check out the exact tuition fees for the different programs that we offer. For the masters, again, for non-EU students, it is between 16,000 and 16,500 euros for a master's program. And check our website for the exact price for the exact program of your interest. When we look at more like living costs, housing would be around 4,800 euros a year. Housing in the city of Nijmegen is around 380, 500 euros a month. So it really depends on what kind of housing you find. Groceries are around maybe 180 to 100 euros a month, so 1,000 euros a year, and your books and other study materials would be 500 euros. And we recommend you accounting for another 4,000 euros for other expenses, such as your personal hobbies or phone bills or whatnot. We offer a number of scholarships, specifically for master students. Unfortunately, for bachelor's students, we do not have scholarships. But for masters, there are really a number of different scholarships you can apply for. Some programs have specific scholarship funds for their programs, and there is also the Holland Scholarship, the Orange Tulip Scholarship, where you could apply to all of the programs. And there is also a Dutch national study grant and loan system. So you can take out, for example, tuition fee loan if you also work in the Netherlands. Please be mindful that if you would like to apply for a scholarship, you would have to apply to the university by the 1st of March. So what about student life? Of course, a big part of being in a university is not only about studying, but also about meeting new people. So at our university, we really want to help you with different support services during your study. But already before you arrive, we have a buddy system, so you can be matched with a current student and get to know the university and have a friend already before arriving. We also help you with visa and housing. And while you're here, we have different student advisors, mentors, and tutors to help you with your studies. We have trainings and different events for you to join. We have, of course, a graduation ceremony, and we also support you after you have graduated. So we keep in touch with our alumni, and we also have career services for you. So we help you apply for jobs, internships, but also just take a new picture for your LinkedIn profile, for example. We also support non-EU students with an orientation year visa. This is a 1-year visa that you can have to stay in the Netherlands after you graduated to look for a job. I mentioned before that we have a sports center, and it is a really special place because it has been voted the #1 university sports center in the world once. It is on our campus, and it offers 80 different sports, from group lessons to just the gym, from beach volleyball to hockey. And it is only around 100 euros a year for a membership for our students. We also have a lot of social activities during your studies, including guest lectures, cultural events, peer-to-peer programs. Like I said, we have a buddy program. We have meet and eat events at the student church. We also have parties and excursions for you to explore the Netherlands and Europe. And we also have an international office, really helping the international students finding their way in the Netherlands, and the International Student Network, also in Nijmegen, to connect with other international students living in the city. So to wrap up my part of the presentation about Radboud University, here are the 10 reasons why you should consider coming to Radboud University. First of all, we are the top 1% worldwide in worldwide rankings. All Dutch universities offer great education, and we are part of the top 200 worldwide. Radboud University has been voted the best traditional university in the Netherlands 8 times between 2012 and 2020. Best traditional university means that we offer courses in the classical academic fields, humanities, social sciences, and sciences. which means that we offer you a wide range of study options to study in English, both on the bachelor's and on the master's level. You come out with a worldwide recognized diploma from our university. And during your classes, you will really experience a personal approach to teaching with interactive classrooms and a lot of help from your peers and teachers. We have excellent services to help you find your way around University Lab in the Netherlands and facilities to do this. We really want you to build a valuable network during your studies, both with your peers or with companies, with your teachers, so you can really launch a career after your graduation with good career prospects. And all of this is happening in a really green campus in the heart of the city of Nijmegen. And as a last little fact, of course, we have the #1 university sports center in the world. So if you like working out, or if you always wanted to start a sport, we definitely have a place for you. And now in this last slide, you can see our contact details. You can visit our website, send us an email with any questions, and check out our social media channels. And now I will give the floor to Attila to talk a bit about GROW, and then we have some time to answer your questions.
Okay, thank you, Hannah, for the time. And hi, everyone. Now I will introduce about GROW Indonesia, and my name is Attila from GROW Office. I will give the information maybe in bahasa. So, GROW Office adalah kantor perwakilan untuk beberapa universitas Belanda, dan salah satunya adalah Radboud University. Kantor kami berdiri dari tahun 2008. Jadi sudah memiliki lebih dari 12 tahun experience, dan kantor kami terdaftar di Nuvikneso Indonesia atau di bawah kedutaan Belanda di bagian pendidikan, yaitu Nuvikneso. Kalian bisa cek langsung ke Nuvikneso Indonesia dan akan menemukan untuk bagian representatif untuk Radboud University adalah GROW Indonesia. Dan kantor kami ini didirikan oleh Ibu Ponti Caroline sebagai direkturnya. Oke. Lalu untuk apa fungsi dari GROW Indonesia sendiri di Indonesia adalah kami membantu sebagai pusat informasi apabila kalian ingin menemukan atau mendaftar ke Radboud University. Kami juga membantu untuk follow up ke universitas, membantu cek dokumen kalian, lalu sampai dengan proses keberangkatan kalian ke Radboud University. Jadi kalian bisa kontak ke kami. Saya akan berikan juga kontak kantor GROW Indonesia di slide selanjutnya. Oke, please next. Ya, thank you. Oke, ini adalah gambaran dari kegiatan dari pihak Radboud University di Indonesia. Ini adalah kegiatan saat European Higher Education di tahun-tahun sebelumnya, saat masih belum ada pandemi ini dan kita bisa langsung tatap muka. Para perwakilan dari Radboud University datang ke Indonesia dan kami di sini mengassist mereka untuk membantu dalam di booth-nya maupun kita pameran keliling-keliling kota, memberikan informasi kepada teman-teman di seluruh Indonesia seperti itu. Oke, next please, Hannah. Ya. Ini adalah contoh student Indonesia yang ada di Nijmegen. Kalian bisa lihat banyak sekali beberapa contoh yang memang teman-teman Indonesia di sana ada yang ambil master, ada yang ambil bachelor. Kalau kita lihat di bagian atas kiri itu gambaran dari ini adalah mahasiswa-mahasiswa master yang ada di Radboud University dan mereka juga sudah lulus. Lalu di bagian bawah itu, sebelah kiri bawah yang pakai batik adalah Ikra Wiratama, merupakan ketua PPI dari Radboud tahun ini. Dia merupakan student bachelor untuk di program biologi, seperti itu. Gambaran kegiatan student Indonesia selama ada di Radboud University. Oke, next, please. Ya. Selanjutnya di slide terakhir, ini adalah kontak dari kantor kami, GROW Representative Office. Jadi jangan khawatir kalau kalian masih bingung atau ada pertanyaan, silakan dapat menghubungi kami di alamatnya adalah Senayan Trade Center, lantai 1, nomor 115, atau kalian bisa hubungi ke email atau ke nomor telepon, bisa langsung hubungi kantor kami atau melalui WhatsApp number kami. Seperti itu. Dan jangan lupa follow our social media di grow_uniref untuk informasi kegiatan setiap hari yang memang lebih update-nya ada apa saja, ada webinar tentang apa, tentang spesifik subjek apa, kalian bisa ikuti kegiatan kami di Instagram tersebut. Seperti itu. Okay, Hannah, I finished. Maybe I will give back the floor to you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So I think we are ready for the questions now.
Okay. Thank you very much, Hannah and Attila, for the presentations. It's very brief and explain a lot about Radboud University in Nijmegen, in the Netherlands. We have several questions that we may ask to both of you. So any of you may answer the questions. So the first questions will be, is there any transfer students or transfer of credits from diploma students in Indonesia to have bachelor degree in Nijmegen or in Radboud University in Nijmegen? So if yes, and then what are the steps that we need to do in order to get the transfer of credit?
Yeah, so I can take this question. Generally speaking, we do not have transfer students, but it really depends on what you have been studying and how long have you been in the university to see if there are any courses, for example, that you could skip because you have already taken certain courses. But for bachelors, for example, sometimes you need 1 year of university to be admissible. So then it just means that you took that 1 year program already, but you will have to take the full course at Radboud, the full 3 years. If you have taken more than 1 year of university, then it will be assessed on an individual basis. But generally speaking, it's not the case that if you have taken 3 years of university and you transfer, you can get a diploma and all your credits will be accepted. Yeah, I hope that answers the question. Harris, I think you are muted.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry.
no worries.
Can a final year undergraduate students apply for master program in Radboud University, or should they have the degree first so they can apply for the master program?
Yeah, no, you can apply in your final year of undergrad. That is how usually people do it. And then basically what you get is a conditional offer. So the condition will be that you will have the diploma with the courses and the grades required by the time you would start your studies at Radboud.
Okay. And do you have any PhD scholarship or PhD offer from Radboud University? Because really there are several webinar participants are asking about PhD programs.
Yeah, so yes, we do have PhD programs as well. In the Netherlands, generally speaking, PhD students are not students, but colleagues. So PhD students get paid for the work and they also teach at the university. In the Netherlands, generally, people have their PhDs or join a PhD project by applying to a PhD as work. So there is an existing project where they are looking for a PhD researcher and you apply to this specific project. But there's also a possibility to become an external PhD candidate. Then you can design your own project and then it's usually self-funded. So you have to apply for funds to get paid for the project as well. You can go on our website that you can see on the slide, and then go to our PhD pages to see the current vacancies that we have and the possibilities for external PhD candidates.
Okay, thank you very much for the answer. Very well noted. And the next questions, do the Netherlands offer the post-work study visa? And how long for international students are allowed to stay and look for a job or working in Holland after graduation?
Yes, so we do offer this orientation year visa, it's called. It's 1 year from your graduation. And it basically means that as a international graduate from a Dutch university, you get 1 year with the same rights as if you would be, for example, from Europe, to look for a job. So there are some criteria that you have to meet within that year to be able to stay in the Netherlands, and that is usually to have a contract with a company that can sponsor your visa, your work visa, to stay in the Netherlands. Yeah.
Okay, so there will be a visa, like orientation visa, for a year, right? After
Yes,
we graduate from the university.
exactly.
Okay, well noted, Hannah. So we move on to next questions. Would you please explain a little bit about Radboud Scholarship for master's degree? What are the criteria, and is it full or partial scholarship that Radboud offer to international students?
Yes. So for master's degrees, we offer a different scholarship, and it really depends on the specific program that someone wants to apply to. So it could be that you're applying to, I don't know, a humanities course in philosophy, and there are more scholarship opportunities in that specific program than, for example, if you would apply to law. So it's hard for me to tell what exactly is available because it will really depend on your specific interests. And then also these scholarships usually cover either partially your studies or full. So there's also a large variety of these. The scholarship application starts in your program application. So once you have registered online, you can go into this online platform where you upload your documents, and you will be asked if you would like to apply for scholarships. And there you can upload the certain documents that are necessary. Usually it is a motivational letter and some explanation of your financial status. And then these will be assessed by different scholarship committees based on the scholarship that you are applying to. But I must say that scholarships are competitive. We get a lot of students applying for scholarships. So if someone they know that they might need financial help, we recommend you looking into other opportunities for scholarships as well, outside of only Radboud's offers.
Okay, very well noted. Next question is related a little bit to city of Nijmegen. You have mentioned before that city of Nijmegen is near German border, right? Germany border. How far is it from Amsterdam to Nijmegen? And does the university offer dormitory and kind of airport pickup if we have just arrived in Amsterdam and we want to go to Nijmegen as the new students? Maybe we don't know how to go there, or maybe we are afraid to get lost. Do you have any pickup for new students and dormitory or housing near the Radboud University for international students?
Yes, so we offer both of these. Amsterdam is around an hour and 20 minutes from Nijmegen by train. And when the semester starts, we have orientation week. So there are different programs for our new students, and one of the services that we have is airport pickup. So student volunteers and colleagues are at Schiphol Airport in Amsterdam to help international students get to Nijmegen. And one of the services that we offer before you even arrive in Nijmegen is help with housing, which is quite unique. Not a lot of universities in the Netherlands offer this. Housing market in the Netherlands is quite challenging, and especially as an international student coming from abroad, it can be quite difficult to find a room in all of the big cities where there are universities. So in Nijmegen as well. At Radboud University, we offer help to find you housing, and we also have a good number of rooms that we can offer on campus for international students. So these are guaranteed housing and also really affordable for internationals, and they are always close to campus. So it's, I think, a very great way also to get to know people and to be in the hub of the university as well.
Oh, wow, that's really interesting. Okay, we move on to next questions. Is it possible for a fresh graduate in law or a Bachelor of Law in Indonesia to apply for master degree in law in the Netherlands or for LLM in Radboud University, or do we have to complete my law master degree first and then continue for law master degree in Radboud? Or
Yeah.
can we just go directly after we finish our bachelor in Indonesia?
Yeah, so it will depend on the exact course that someone is following, because for every master's program, we'll look at applications individually. So this really means that depending on the university that you're going to and depending on the courses that you took, the answer might differ. But generally speaking, a bachelor's degree is enough to be admissible for master's, but it will, whether or not that is applicable in your case, will really depend on your profile. So I recommend getting in touch with us. You can send an email to this email address on the slide with this question, and then it will be directed to that office. And then you can get in contact with the admissions officer at the Faculty of Law, and they can help you by looking at your transcripts if you would be directly admissible or not. I hope that helps.
Yeah, I believe it will help, because for further info, the international student can directly contact the university.
Exactly.
Okay. The last questions. Would you please share a little bit advice or suggestions for any new international students that go to Radboud University? Maybe the first 2 weeks or the first month, how to settle in in new environment.
Yeah, of course. So as I said, I was also an international student in the Netherlands. It was already almost 10 years ago. But I think what was really helpful is taking advantage of all the pre-arrival services. So this includes housing, but it also includes, for example, the Facebook group that the university sets up for admitted international students. I know several students who, for example, in that Facebook group connected with other students who are in the same program or the same faculty as they are, and they created a WhatsApp group or a I don't know, Slack channel, and then they got to know each other. So once they actually arrived in Nijmegen, they already had some friends to hang out with. Furthermore, we also have these buddies. So these are current students at Radboud University who sign up to help new international students settling in. So you get in touch usually already before arrival. So you can ask some questions about, I don't know, transportation and things you have to keep in mind before arriving. And once you're here, they are basically your first friends, but they also help you, I don't know, opening a bank account, registration at the municipality, finding a new phone contract, very practical things that you will have to think about when you move to a new country. And what I would mention lastly is the orientation week. So the first week of studies, we have a number of different events for incoming students, international degree-seeking students, exchange students, Dutch local students, and there are really a lot of events that you can join to meet new people and ask any questions you may have about living and studying in Nijmegen. So I think all in all, the university is really there, providing you with different services and different occasions to make it easier to settle in Nijmegen.
Wow, that's really complete advices to help a new student to settle in well in the Netherlands. Okay, Hannah and Attila, thank you very much for your presentation and explanation during this question and answer sessions. And for all participants in the webinar, you can see the contact of the university on your screen, so you can follow or ask more. And even more, on Friday and Saturday, we also have virtual fair. So you can directly consult to the university during the time on Friday and Saturday. So do not forget to visit event.ehf.id on Friday and Saturday to have further information. So Hannah and Attila, thank you very much for your time, and we hope to see you again very soon. Take care.
Thank you. See you
Bye.
in the fair this weekend.
Friday.
Yeah, sure.
See
See
you.
you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.